Hey, yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Don't even mind the background noise. We not even gonna be here long. I just said we was gonna be here. Out of the things I'm doing right now. But I definitely want to talk motherfucking NXT. So shouts to my 2.5s. Let's just be clear on that. Going in directions, listening to some people that decide to actually have something to say about NXT right now. And it's good to know that essentially across the board, everyone is viewed on NXT at a certain level. You know, like we've got a really good crew down there right now. As far as the 1.0 days, we're not getting that. But can we get glimpses of it? Sure, have elements of it. I think we need more of that, but right now with the character development, I honestly think this is the best character development we've got. Just as far as like up and comers, I'm liking it. Takes the full level up process, the full main event process to really get to that, and that's what we're getting. So I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying it. Ava, Rip Fowler, Jagger Reed defeated Ivy Now, Julius Creed, Brutus Creed, 6-person tag, intergender John. Okay, I see a lot of respect and not enough. I want to be better than you on TV. When they on TV, that shit goes out the window. Like, stop trying to take it easy on each other. Don't be scared to take a little bit of an extra bruise or extra scratch or bump or something like that, because that's what's going to get you over with the crowd. Ava and Ivy are okay. The Tag Boys is great. The Creeds are awesome. Right now, Schism playing as a dyad. Gacy's the only one that feels like he's being inadequate to the crew right now. It's a story, but a sympathy victory for a heel. I'm not really crazy about that. I do like Gacy though, because the inclusive bit is something that people can latch to, in my opinion. What else we got? Let me look around. Like I said, the Greeds are great. Ivy's great. Blair Davenport defeated Danny Palmer. So I think I remember seeing that take place last week, and they built to it, and I didn't get to see the match. Blair's back. Everybody's trying to mix in and fix just have the UK brand mesh in with the 2.0. Blair was one of the later arrivals, and now we're seeing was really. This ain't the time right now. We'll put that on hold. Are we still rolling? Okay, good. I apologize. My phone was ringing. I didn't know what was going on, but we'll get back to that. But let's get back to biz. So, Blair is a late comer, but Blair is a strong name in the game. And I do like what she might be able to bring as far as that aggressive vibe to the brand. So her taking out Danny Palmer, not surprised. Danny Palmer's still on the up and up, and apparently we're still recording, but we're gonna just ignore these phone calls because apparently as soon as I start recording, it's a great time for people to start trying to reach out. But whatever, right? Continuing on, we have Blair being a latecomer beating Danny Palmer. Danny Palmer on the way up. Baron Corbin, Trick Williams. They opened up the show with the promo segment. Shouts to Trick Mellow Gang. You already know that's a thing, and they've been just on a tear recently. transitioned past Braun. Braun has moved on and he's just going crazy on everybody else right now, so that's acceptable. Um, Trick and Corbin. Corbin being back right now, along with the rest of the superstars from the main roster, like I actually heard a solid point. Like, if this is supposed to be the NFL, and well, if the main roster is the NFL, and this is basically like college football, NCAA with NXT, who in the NFL is going back to college? The only small response I would have to that in respect is, um, this is WWE, where in the realm of sports entertainment, we can do any of the things. So, I can understand the narrative and it makes sense, but at this point, we have to look toward suspension of disbelief. That's the only argument I would have for it. So I'm not really opposed to the main roster superstars coming to NXT and getting it in. I think it's a little exciting. I think the people need it, and of course we want to know how we're gonna get more people to watch. So I don't know. I haven't agreed with most of the decisions on who went down there, but I've seen the gradual build from Miz to AJ to Ziggy, and this is not in any order, but clearly, right? But there've been plenty. Now Ali's down there, like now Braun is challenging Seth, but we'll get to that point. That's some good shit. Next up. So, Baron was able to pick up the victory on Corbin, and now he's gonna have to see Dragunov. But then Corbin is also seeming a little busy on Friday Night SmackDown. I like Corbin, let it be clear, but I'm not too crazy about he's not even he's not a proper heat magnet. He's got go away heat, but he killed his promo. He definitely killed his promo, and he is one of the mainstays, well, main known faces on the roster now. So, there's also that. Him getting it in with Ilya, I think him and Dragunov are gonna have an awesome match, barring like some sort of shenanigans and situations to mess things up. But I'm looking forward to seeing how they get moving forward. Ali beat Gacy. I think Ali has an opportunity to reinvigorate himself, to reinvent himself again, and it can. I hope it really makes it through to the main roster this time because it's like the Apollo experiment all over again. Like, why would we even call Apollo up? Is it just because we don't have the space? We're trying to create the space? Like, what's the sitch with that? And that's no diss to Apollo at all. It's just like, I see the argument. Like, Ali, Joe Gacy. Now, is they going to go in the thing? Because Ali don't need no losses right now. And Gacy don't need no more losses in the moment. So if they're going into a program, I'm not exactly crazy about it, but I understand what's going on. Positivity versus all of that, cult-like loyalty stuff, like we'll see. An argument for Gacy would be all of that positivity is toxic and that's a cult in itself. But whatever. Like the toxic positive culture, whatever though. Let's move on. Eddie Thorpe, Damon Kemp. That's a main event match. Glad to see that those two are on there like that. And I believe Eddie Thorpe is still undefeated, so good for him. And definitely good for him and good on him. Damon Kemp, we need to see what him and Tavion's doing. I'm going to just call it like that. It's good to know that they did make NXT television, though. Moving on. Scripps, Dabba-Kato, Uki Luki. Okay, cool. We'll see what Scripps continues to do on the NXT roster because I think it's a great place to continue to develop for superstars of his and Dabba-Kato's caliber. So there goes that. And then Axiom is the reason why he won that. So okay, fine. We haven't forgotten about Axiom at all. We're waiting for everyone else to get their turns. It's a lot of developing characters. Axiom is already solid in my book. He's not going anywhere. So it's good to know that he jumped in. Dabba-Kato is getting some storyline too now. So good. What else? Thea Hale wins the NXT Women's Championship, #1 contender battle royal. Definitely a comical battle royal in its elements. Shouts to every woman that was in the battle royal. The field is starting to match up a little bit more. Blair Davenport came out. Tatum Paxley. I feel like Tatum should have just jumped over the rope like she did the very first time she eliminated herself in a match. This time around, it was still, gangster, but who is Blair and what are we about to get out of these two? If anything, Pax needs to just turn on her eventually too. But we'll see what happens. Like Pax trying to make a name for herself, and we'll see what happens. So there goes that one. Uh, Thea being the surprise re-entrant because she never got eliminated technically after that little coffin drop from the apron. Um, Not bad. Not bad. Thea versus Tiffany. I hate that Thea has to be the first victory on this little women's streak. Like, those are the people's choice, the people's vote. Everyone wants to see Thea. Everyone wants to believe in Thea, but this could be a shot for both of them to really, really solidify themselves moving forward in the NXT women's division. So I'm excited for what they're going to look like on the main roster down the line. No rush on it, but it's working itself out. It's looking real good right now. So Thea gets the victory. She'll be seeing Tiff soon. And, oh, she only won because Dempsey and Gulak, Gulak and Dempsey have been helping her out. And I think it's good on Dempsey because Dempsey is one of those, like, he came out and shot out like a cannon, shot out of the cannon. Like he's here, and I hope he's here to stay. And then him and Gulak need each other. I like it. I like it a lot. Gulak has always had some form of direction, just never really had any place to go. So now he has somebody to work with, and I think they're gonna bounce off of each other well. We're already seeing it. I'm liking the student pupil or the student, teacher thing, the student mentor, however we gonna look at it. I'm liking it. So there goes that. Pardon all this background static. Then what else we got? Oh yes, and then Braun Breaker, of course, challenged Seth Rollins to a match on, well, I guess next week. And he wants to put the title on the line. So that's definitely an attempt. It's a solid attempt, and it's an attempt that makes sense. New championship, new champion, new champion in Seth, and this new heel persona of Braun Breaker. So I'm liking it. I think we can really get someplace with it all, and I'm looking forward to what's able to take place as far as their matches go. So that was NXT. I just needed to talk back, get my little stress off, long day. You know what I'm saying? I don't really feel like being on cam, but I'm right damn here. Just wanted to look at everything else in the moment and peep just be in my own space coming down from a long day. So there goes that. There go NXT. This is Neon. Holla at your boy, man.